Hi, everybody. My name is Polly Brothers. I am an independent consultant and regional vice president with Arbonne. And I wanted to hop on really quickly to show you how to use host rewards, because this can be a really great way if you want to gift someone who is hosting for you, or you just want to get a few things for your own business, for yourself, at a really great discount. So I'm going to share my screen first so I can show you all what I'm seeing. So let's go to share screen. All right. So I'm assuming, but I don't want to assume too much, but we're going to go into events and then events and presentations. So this is where you will go to create your event and you will start popping orders in it. An event can be in person or it can be virtual. It doesn't matter. I typically open one event per week so that as I am meeting with people and having new preferred clients join my business, I can put them into whatever event is open that week. So let's go ahead and go to my events and presentations, and I'm going to pull up one that I know has, it's coming, you guys. I'm going to pull up one that I know has quite a few orders in it and is ready to for me to take the host rewards. So let's see if I can arrow down. Here we go. So hopefully, yes, here's one. So Black Friday. All right. So I think this one should have, so your event has to have at least 3 orders. And one of those orders can also be your order. So I'll show you what I mean by that. This one actually has a lot, but I'm going to go to add new order just to go straight into the event page. And then we'll talk about that. Takes a minute for it to come up. Okay, so this event happened to have 4 people in it, but it could have had less. Actually, these are the people I think that I invited in it. So let me go down here to the actual people. Okay, so it has 4 orders in it right now: Barbara Seal, Karen Fulton, Aaron Griffith, and Mary Stanley. So these are 4 people who I think became preferred clients or were already preferred clients, but it can also be retail orders. It doesn't matter. So one thing that you'll notice up here, let me arrow back up, is there's sort of a running here where it says qualifying volume summary. It says guest orders 4, so total orders are 4, host rewards QV earned. So that means that's the qualifying volume towards whatever host rewards I'm going to take in the party or in the event. So let's come on down, and I notice that I am the host, and that's just going to automatically be a default if I'm creating the event, but you can name someone else. But I'm going to click on my name as the host, and because I already have 4 orders, if I had 2 orders here and I click on my name, you would not see any of the host rewards pop up yet, but I'll show you where you could add that 3rd order if that's the case. So I don't think I have one right now that's open like that, but I will show you where you would need to add that 3rd order for yourself. So once I click on my name, it's going to show me, again, I'm still going to see the host reward QV earned, and we'll talk about how that works in just a sec. But down a little bit further on the page, you'll notice that I have $375 of product for $90 right here, and then a free gift. Well, that's because I already have 3 orders in the party or in the event. If I just had 2, I would have to come right here in item entry and add something. It could even be a shea butter lip balm, just something to create that 3rd order. But if I'm looking at my host rewards QV right here, and I notice it's at $949. Well, for every $250 of QV, you are going to be able to pick, if you'll notice down here, it says $375 for $90. So I have $750 of QV, but not 1,000 yet, if that makes sense. And so I get 3 of those 125s for $30. So if I click on this and say select, it's going to show me I can pick 1, 2, or 3 of those. These do not, the event can stay open until you take the host reward. So the event stays open for however long you need it to. But you can't just take 125 and come back later and take another 125. You have to take all of the host rewards that you want, and then that will close your event. So the 125 for 30, or I can say, no, I think I want 250 for 60, or I can go ahead and take all 375 for 90, And that's a great way for you if you are starting this business and you are truly to a point where you are not able to invest a lot, you're able to use these host rewards to get your own product, because you absolutely need to be a product of the product for this business. So if I pick that I want all of them, I'm going to get $375 a product for $90. And I'm just going to start adding things in. I can add in some vanilla protein powder. And as I add each item in and say add, it's going to show me how much I have left to spend. It goes by the retail amount of the product. And then whenever I finish all of the things that I want, if I had just said 125 for 30, I believe it would let me complete. Yeah. So if I had just said, hey, I just want $125 for 30, I could go ahead and complete, which would be crazy because I still have $48 worth that I could pick no matter what, though. If I just pick this, I'm going to pay $30 plus tax, if that makes sense. But if I say go back to $375, it's going to assume I need to keep going, if that makes sense. So I'm going to just keep adding product in here. So I'll add like 5 digestion pluses because I really need some gut health. Well, I think I just added 6. Oh, well, that's good. I'll show you what it means when you go over. Okay. So now I've added over $375 in retail volume of product, and it's telling me here I've exceeded my total by 20, but it will still let me do that. And the thing that happens is that $20 remaining is just going to be at 65% off. So I'm getting $395 of product, and $375 of it is going to be for $90 plus tax, and we'll talk about tax in a minute. And the remaining 20 that I went over, you can go over. So if you go over, then that remaining 20 is at our normal consultant discount. Okay, so that's a lot of information, but let's come down here because also you want to make sure you get your free product. So if I click on the magnifying glass, because for every 3 orders, or for 3 orders and a presentation, not every 3 orders, I'm going to get to choose 1 free product. So if I click on the magnifying glass, it's going to let me pick whatever I want. I love fizzies, so I always have fizzies, but some of the things like the Genius pads are a better deal because they're $98 retail. So you can choose whatever you want. That's okay. Make sure that it gets added into your cart. We're waiting on that here for a quick second. I think my internet's a little slow today. So let's see if it'll add that. Hopefully you guys. Yeah, here it goes. Okay, sometimes we get little glitches in our internet. That's okay. So now you'll notice I have my free product in my cart. Now, if I don't say complete the build, it's not going to happen. It's not done. But the system will tell me. So, but I'm going to go ahead and say complete. I'm done. And then you'll notice that down here in my totals, I'm getting $395 product. And the discount is $292. That's crazy, right? That's because we're getting that $375 for $90. Okay. But what you're going to notice on the tax is $45.50. And that is because we all, as consultants, always get taxed on retail. So I'm getting taxed on, I'm at 10% tax. So I'm actually getting taxed because we do get taxed on the free product as well. So I'm getting taxed on $395, and we also get taxed on shipping, by the way. So it should add up if I added up the product subtotal and the free product and the shipping. That's what I'm getting taxed on. The good news about that is that we are able to write off everything because we're taxed at retail as consultants. We're able to write all of that off on our taxes at the end of the year. Because again, Arbonne doesn't know if we are buying that and then potentially selling that to someone from our home, which we can do, but we really don't want to do that, but we can. So that's how the host rewards work. And I'm trying to think if there's anything that I have. If I wanted to come back and change my mind, I could go back and modify the build and that kind of thing. But I think that's it, you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Sometimes, by the way, this little message will pop up that the discounted item has been removed, but it really hasn't. It's just just like know that. Sometimes it has, but in this case it hasn't. So that's the main thing is you just need, if we go back up here, you just need to make sure that the orders are at least 3 total. If it's only 2, you'll need to add something right here where it says item entry. So I call that the top box, but just like anything normal. And if I did add something normal there, shea butter, something, I don't know. Maybe if I add a lip balm here, then anything I add here in this box, this is going to be at our normal 35% off. So notice here it says the shea butter price, and then it's just giving me my normal 35% off, okay? So sometimes that's confusing for people because they're like, well, where are my host rewards and why am I not getting? So just know that if I put anything here in this box, that's only gonna be at 35% off, all right? And then everything else, and I have to wait again, there we go. Everything else is going to be here. So the build your own pack just means that we're able to pick and choose whatever we want. And that is it. So I hope that helps. Please let me know, you guys, if that makes sense. You can ship it to anyone, by the way, and that's the case with everything. So I could change where I wanted to ship it to if I wanted to. And I never recommend people expedite shipping. The reason is because they still can take up to 72 hours in the warehouse to even get it out. Like that's just they normally don't, but just save your money on that. I must have taken that out. Yeah, I didn't complete it. Notice that I didn't complete the build, and then notice how the product subtotal is 0 because I didn't complete the build. I'm still getting taxed on that free product. So just like if you come down to your total and you're like, why am I only paying $5? Go back up and make sure you click on complete build your own right there. So that is it. I hope that's helpful, you guys, and have a great day.